Let's take a look at the overall market performance, around 10 billion rand passing through the market. We ended the day off in negative territory, around 0.3% in the red. We had a positive week largely last week. And again, it's the same suspects that are dragging us lower. It's Europe and the US and risk off trade.
Exactly, Eleni. We've come off the back of a very strong week. The Dow's put on about 6%. But once again, Europe's reared its head again. It feels like we're stuck in Groundhog Day at the moment. It's the same story every single day. It's not going away. And at the moment, our eyes are on Greece. Greece have got some bond coupon payments due this week. Markets are wondering if they can meet those obligations. Greece have come out and said that they've got enough cash to last them until early next month. So at the moment, they're trying to negotiate the next tranche of their bailout deal, and that's dependent now on them meeting and agreeing to some of the fiscal reforms that are required for that next tranche of the bailout.
But Richard, the truth of the matter is we've heard this kind of noise before, and we know that things are imminent, that if the next bailout tranche doesn't occur, then we could actually see a default. But in the end, everything is, of course, as it should be. We've even seen the BRICS countries and the BRICS nations saying that they are willing to assist. What is your sense, Richard? Do you think that this is going to be resolved, or do you think this is just going to create volatility until we actually see some kind of resolution within the Greek economy?
Yeah, definitely, Lenny. We're going to trade volatile for a while now until the uncertainty is out the way, and I don't see that being sorted out anytime soon. I personally don't see how they're going to fix this Europe issue. It's huge, so we're going to have to wait to see what they come up with. Greece, yes, has been talked about for a little while, but the market's been volatile in fear that Greece is eventually going to default, and nothing's actually happened yet. And if something were to happen, then there is going to be a big knee-jerk reaction to that. So people are just trading very nervously ahead of that. In terms of the BRICS helping out Europe, that's an interesting one. I don't know if they really have enough firepower to help out. China have come out and said that they're not just going to be bailing out people left, right, and centre. They're going to invest money where it suits them. In terms of the remaining BRICS, as I said, I don't know if they're going to have enough firepower to really make a dent in this problem.
Anglo Gold Ashanti rallying significantly today, up around 5%. We had Goldfields gaining over 6% as well. Gold miners doing well, and not so much because of a higher gold price today, but a much weaker local currency. And Anglo Gold Ashanti CEO Mark Yusufani talking of a gold price at $2,200 an ounce by next year. Do you think it's a good buy at this stage? Because at these levels, we're actually starting to see these gold miners be profitable.
Yeah, Eleni, it's been a bit strange. The gold miners seem to ignore most of the gold rally that we saw up until the last couple of weeks, and they only seem to be going now on the back of the rand moving. So I can't quite explain that. But yeah, I mean, our analysts' forecast, or our analyst view would support the Anglo Gold CEO's forecast of the gold price. Our guys think that we could see a 20% increase in the gold price in a recessionary environment. So that would bring us to about $2,200. Currently, our forecast for next year is about $1,900 for the gold price.
Richard, at this point, it is a tough market to read, as you mentioned. What are clients telling you at this stage? Are you finding that there is a lot of risk aversion in the markets, that you are starting to see clients selling out? Or do you think that this is a market where we're starting to see quite a bit of opportunity in the midst of all the volatility?
Definitely opportunity, Eleni, but in terms of the short-term traders, things are tough at the moment. A lot of guys are sitting on the sidelines. Volumes are lower. We're seeing a lot of interest in things like gold ETFs and ETNs to be specific, and with the recent move in the gold companies, also gold stocks as well.
Let's touch on some of the resource stocks that came under significant pressure today. We saw Kumba down 2%, Exxaro shedding around 3%, and African Rainbow Minerals down almost 5% in today's session. Again, these resource stocks are very volatile. It really has to do with what we see in the dollar price, and also rhetoric coming through from the East. Is it a risky play, or would you say that the bull market is definitely intact within the resource space?
You know what, Lenny, is still intact, but the big question now is, are we entering into another recession? And that's something that's a question on everybody's mind at the moment, and nobody has the answer to that. So if you think that we aren't going into another recession, then yeah, they are looking good. But if we are going to enter into a recession, then these stocks have got problems, definitely.
A short while ago, Sasol announced that it's going to be embarking on a project, a gas-to-liquids project in Uzbekistan. We heard news about a project in the US last week or so. Is Sasol a buy for you at these levels?
Eleni, I think so, definitely, especially with the rand blowing out like it has today. The rand at these levels will definitely be very good for Sasol, and you've seen Sasol is trading positively on the day from what I can last remember from looking at my screens. And I think our stocks have been well sheltered with this rand movement out. Our market should be down in the region of 2 to 3%, but because of the rand, you're finding a lot of these stocks are trading very strongly today.